Hey guys, and welcome to some more F1 2018 and the finale of Season 2 of our McLaren Career Mode. We are here today in Abu Dhabi, ready to get out there, ready to give our best for this title chase. We are 1 point behind in the championship behind Lewis Hamilton. It is us versus him once again in the title race. We also have Bottas and Vettel in the running as well, so it's going to be an insane Grand Prix, and qualifying is going to be very important. So let's get into it. So we had to do 2 runs in qualifying 2, meaning that we've only had 1 set of tyres for Q3, so it's all on this lap to see where we qualify for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the season finale showcase. It is going to be an intense lap, this one, so I thought I'd take you on board for one final qualifying session in this series. It has been a wonderful series that has spanned 42 episodes now, and can we come out of it with 2 World Championship wins? That is going to be the question. We haven't had the best of starts to this lap. Our pace has been a little bit down on the likes of Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas so far. We are 1 point behind, of course, Lewis Hamilton, but we have won 4 Grand Prix this season to his 3, so the permutation is if we finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton, we are going to win the World Championship, basically, if we're in the points. So we'll just have to see how that works out as we go on throughout this race. We don't know what the permutations are going to be until we cross the line, really. Bottas has got to hope that he wins the Grand Prix and we finish at least 3rd. And I think Hamilton to finish at least 4th for him to win the championship. And Vettel is 20 odd points behind, so he's going to need us basically all to not finish, and he needs to win the race. But this has been a bit of a scruffy lap, but here we come up to the line. What's it going to be? Well, I think it's only 6th. Oh, wow. That's not ideal.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top 3. Bottas, Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, that is definitely not ideal. 6th place in qualifying, that is not what we wanted. We wanted to be higher up the grid. Bottas, currently, if things stayed like that, Bottas would be world champion. Vettel down in 10th, you have to count him out really at this stage. It's going to be us against Lewis Hamilton against Valtteri Bottas for this World Championship. And starting in 6th, it's sure to be an exciting Grand Prix. So let's hand over to David Croft and Anthony Davidson for one final time to take you through the 2019 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains here in the United Arab Emirates on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 21 corners here at Yas Marina Circuit with 10 to the right and 11 to the left for a total lap distance of 3.4 miles. 2 long straights open up some passing opportunities into the chicanes, and we can expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles per hour. With that then, let's run through the grid order. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and starting alongside is Fernando Alonso. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Räikkönen, Hamilton, Nico Hülkenberg, the captain, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Vettel and Carlos Sainz, Gasly, Stroll, Roman Grosjean and Sirotkin, Ocon, Leclerc, Sergio Perez. They've taken a grid penalty, and Max Verstappen, Hartley and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
we're still in with a shot at the driver's title. It's down to this. Now go out there and come back a champion.
So here we are down on the track then for this wonderful season finale. It's going to be a tough one for us to come out on top, I think. We're going to put plenty of extra fuel in the car to make sure that we can stick it into rich mix. It's going to be tough. It is going to be incredibly tough. We've got 14 laps ahead of us for one final time in this series. Can we go and defend our title? That is the question.
Start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
We're going to have to keep it clean. We're going to have to get off the line well and get ahead of Hamilton. If we can get ahead of Hamilton, then that's that's one battle done, if you like. And then we can go about trying to finish in the top 3. I think we should have more pace than Kimi. Obviously, the Ferrari have a pretty poor car at the moment, so I feel like we should have more pace than him. Hey, if we finish 3rd and Bottas wins, I think Bottas still wins. We need to finish 2nd if Bottas wins this. Otherwise, he's going to win the World Championship. I think that's the permutation. Let's work this out.
As things stand, we'll be 3rd in the championship.
So there you go. If things were to finish as they are now, we would finish 3rd. So, with I believe Bottas in 1st and Hamilton in 2nd. So, it is going to be interesting to see whether we can pull it off. We've got Hulkenberg ahead of us. Obviously our teammate from F1 2017. Hamilton ahead of him. Raikkonen, I mean, Alonso is there. You know, can he help us? I mean, I think we've seen pretty much for sure last time out that he's not going to help us. But, you know, we can always hope. But he's going to want to win this race. If he gets in front of Bottas, then it makes our job a hell of a lot easier. So, we just got to try our best, got to get past Hamilton, as I say, and if we can do that, hopefully everything else will take care of itself. So here we are then, lining up on the grid for one final time this season. Can we pull off the impossible and win our 2nd World Championship in a row?
As soon as the grid is formed, be ready with the clutch.
We're 1 point behind Lewis Hamilton in the standings, so here we go. Lights out, away we go for one final time in this series. We get off to a decent start. Lewis Hamilton is going to come and block us off a little bit. He makes a little bit of contact with Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg tries to hold it round the outside, doesn't succeed, and we need to just settle down a little bit here. But it's as you were in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, with Bottas leading, Fernando Alonso in 2nd, Kimi Raikkonen in 3rd, Hulkenberg in 5th behind Lewis Hamilton in 4th. We're in 6th at the moment after a little bit of a tentative first lap so far, considering we got off the line well. It looked like we had Hamilton just got boxed in a little bit. That's the only problem we had. Well, we're going to have a little look at Hulkenberg now, round the outside. But we can't hold the power down. We're lucky not to end up with front wing damage there, but we are okay. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo though. He's going to try and have his say on who wins the World Championship today. He has a look round the outside of us. Oh, and he makes bigger contact. Oh, but luckily we both get through it unscathed. But we need to get into a rhythm here, really. Otherwise we're going to, unfortunately, fail in this World Championship quest. Well, we have a chance on Hulkenberg and we just force our way through. It wasn't entirely clean, but we managed to make the move stick. And we're now up into 5th. So now we're chasing after championship leader and our former teammate who we beat at the title by 3 points last year, Lewis Hamilton.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Well, Jeff's suggesting we come into the pits and perform the undercut. I'm inclined to agree. I do not think that we can catch up to Lewis at the moment. A little bit of a corner cut there.
Box this lap.
In our current state. So here we are then, coming into the pits for hopefully the final time in this career mode. First time this weekend I've actually come into the pit lane, but luckily we've managed to nail it really. We're going to come out in clean air, we're going to have to put in some fast times and hopefully get the undercut on the cars in front. Here we go, once again we are away, so now it's time to concentrate, to put in some good times, maybe even hope for a safety car of some sort so that we can catch up to the field. Well, we've made it up to this massive queue of cars and this could prove to be a mistake if we can't somehow get past them all. Verstappen is in this group as well, and we know that we've had a fair share of incidents with him throughout this career mode. Well, there's one of the Mercedeses.
Caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta.
And that's Bottas. That is Bottas. So I think...
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I think we might be okay here.
Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
So that's Bottas in front, obviously. He's now stuck in this traffic that we've caught up to. But Bottas was obviously leading the race, so it's all going to be down to whether Alonso and Hamilton and the likes have took advantage of that virtual safety car. Obviously, they won't have been close enough to the pits to have come in while it was going on.
Has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs.
So Alonso is now in the pits. We're going to just go for it past Ocon. We need to risk it at this stage. We cannot afford to lose any sort of time whatsoever. So we make it past Sainz, and it was Ricciardo that was the bottleneck. He was the guy behind us as we came into the pits. We're now right behind Valtteri Bottas. But there's Fernando Alonso. He's the one that's come out in the lead. Hamilton is there as well. Hamilton is there. Oh my word, Hamilton has come out ahead of us. This is unbelievable drama. Sirotkin is holding up Bottas and Hamilton and ourselves really, so we need to get past all three of them on this straight. If we get past Hamilton, we will be in pole position to win this championship as it stands. Well, as you can see, we're all still behind Sirotkin. I'm hoping that Sirotkin doesn't pit this lap, but he does pit. So now, oh, Bottas goes wide. This could be the chance. Hamilton's held up. Look at this. We are right in the slipstream of Lewis Hamilton. But we can't risk too much at this stage. They've got newer tyres as well, remember. So this is a huge, huge chance. Because we're both going to have DRS on Bottas. So we're going to throw it down the inside of Hamilton. And we make it stick. We've passed Lewis Hamilton, and now I believe we are leading the World Championship. We've got DRS on Bottas ahead.
Reduce ERS deployment.
This is absolutely crazy. We haven't got any energy left because we've used it all to pass Hamilton. So Hamilton right behind us. This is where we're going to be most vulnerable in this Grand Prix probably. So here comes Hamilton.
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They seem to have an issue.
Raikkonen has an issue behind. I'm pretty sure we don't care about that. But as it stands, I think we are world champions. We'll ask Jeff in a minute what his opinion on that is. But wow, what a Grand Prix this has been. What a season finale. We came in early and now we're going to have to hang on because Bottas is surely going to pull away. As Fernando Alonso sets the fastest lap of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He's going to win this at a canter. Who is going to finish second and third and fourth though, because that is what's going to decide this championship. Well, we've caught up to Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton not too far behind, but if we can make a move on Bottas, that's extra protection for us. An extra clean air, which may well help. You never ever know. We are being uber aggressive with the curbs to try and stay as close as we can. Bottas does appear to be going slowly. I wonder if he's harvested ERS energy. It's tough to tell.
Teammate ahead is 8.0 seconds.
Well, who cares about that? Nobody cares if we beat Fernando today. It is just about beating the guys around us in the championship. This is just so intense. We've been so close to spinning this car so many times. That is a terrible exit, and this could be the chance for Lewis Hamilton. But let's have a check of where the championship is, and there you go. DRS wide open. Now can we get a good exit onto this next turn? Wow. We've got DRS wide open. Here comes Hamilton though. But I don't think he's going to be close enough, although he makes a bit of contact. He is going for it round the outside, but we hold him off just about. So we survive for another lap. But as you heard, as Jeff said, if things stay as they are, we will be Drivers' Champion for the second year in a row. Well, this could be the chance to get past Bottas. This is the closest we've been. We've got DRS open. We're in the slipstream. This could be the chance. We're going to go to the inside. Bottas locks up. Bottas locks up. He makes a little bit of contact with us as we go through.
Right, some information on Ricciardo.
Ricciardo's out of the race.
They're retiring the car.
Hopefully nothing to do with our incident before, but Bottas throws it around the outside. Oh my word, this is just intense. This is intense. Whew. We're okay for now though. Well guys, you join me as we're about to head into the final lap of this season, of this series, and we are still in second place. We've managed to hold off Bottas and Hamilton behind us just about, but our tyres are going, so we're going to have to give it the absolute lap of our life to win this World Championship, and it's been so hard fought. You know, we were over 70 points behind, I think, when we resumed this series in France all those episodes ago. And we've battled back, but we still have to finish it off here. Fernando Alonso is going to easily win this Grand Prix. He has been absolutely sensational today. You know, it was all about the pit stops, and, you know, myself and Bottas got caught in traffic. as we were coming around on our sort of out laps, while they were coming out on their in laps, and Alonso was the big winner from it all. I think we're just far enough of Bottas so that he won't trouble us anymore, but we're going to come round this final sector for the last time, and hopefully we're going to be able to block off any sort of attack from Bottas and Hamilton. We've managed to break the DRS zone, which I think is, you know, what's been the key here, but we have fought very, very hard in this championship, fought very hard in this race, and somehow we've got a second place out of it. Fernando Alonso wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix with the fastest lap. Absolutely brilliant from him. But we're going to come round in second place, and we're going to win the World Championship for the second time in a row.
You've been superb all season and you've got your reward. You are the Drivers' World Champion. Congratulations.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed. It may have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. What a fantastic Grand Prix that was, and an excellent win for McLaren. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Well, that result also seals the World Drivers' title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, Crofty, but I'd like to say Sergio Perez. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that here today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So there we have it then. Fernando Alonso won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We finished in second. An amazing 1-2 for McLaren to finish off the season, which has been so wonderfully brilliant. Bottas finishes third, 5 tenths ahead of Lewis Hamilton in fourth. Hulkenberg finishes fifth with Gasly in sixth. Magnussen finishes seventh. Vettel eighth. Perez ninth. And Lance Stroll finishes 10th. And we win the World Drivers' Championship by 5 points in the end to Lewis Hamilton. 2 more points than last year, but I tell you what, a hell of a lot more stressful. Oh, the call to come into the pits, who knew whether it was going to be the right one? It turned out it was. We managed to make the move on both Hamilton and Bottas there in the end. Couldn't quite catch up to Fernando Alonso, unfortunately. But we finish in first position. Alonso only finishes 7th. A poor end of the season for him, but a good victory to round out the final Grand Prix. Perez finished with 3 victories in the season, the same amount as Lewis Hamilton. I think also the same amount as Fernando Alonso. Ourselves are on 4 victories. Constructors then, we finished second with McLaren, which is brilliant. We came in with the 3rd worst team. We've come in, upgraded the car, pulled the absolute max out of it. We've managed to win the Drivers' Championship and finished second, only 3 victories behind Mercedes, which I think is an incredible achievement at the end of this season. But that is that. Let's go and do our media duties. Let's get our second Drivers' World title, and we'll see what happens after this Grand Prix.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective.
A good day. Thanks.
You're first in the championship. You must be confident about winning it this season.
Ah, dear. Dearie me.
It was more like dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it? appreciate your time.
No congratulations for winning the championship, Joe. None of that. All she's interested in is dodgems. I mean, it was. We were very aggressive today. We went for it, and, other drivers went for it around us as well. There was no love lost today. There we go. We are actually losing the rivalry against Fernando at the moment. But we are winning the one against Lewis Hamilton. Pretty much won that one. We've got some nice resource points in there, which is excellent. And we've managed to get those extra resource points as well, which is wonderful. We've went up to full rep with McLaren, and we've got another Drivers' World title in the
Nice
bag.
job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Thank you, Emma. We go on, and we'll get a new team for season 3, but that won't be on camera. I'll play it off camera probably. Getting ready for F1 2019. I don't want to just sort of leave myself cold when that comes out. But it has been a wonderful, wonderful series. It has done brilliantly on the channel, so far, which I really do appreciate. And, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then make sure you do leave a like down below. I really do appreciate the support. It really does help me out. It means a lot to me as well. Let me know down in the comments which team you'd like to see me take on in F1 2019, and subscribe to the channel for daily F1 content when that comes out. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.